Today we're cruising through Encinitas, specifically Coastal Encinitas, so everything west of the 5. We're gonna show you neighborhoods, restaurants, everything in between. Come check it out right now.
Hello, I'm Cassidy Lewis.
And I'm Chris Erickson.
This is where you come for all things North County. We're showing you neighborhoods, things to do, places to go, everything in between. If this is your first time here, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. We are dropping new videos every week. If you are thinking about moving to San Diego, especially North County, definitely hit us up. We love to help people. Call, text, email. We're always here to help.
Today we are in the lovely little beach town of Encinitas. We're cruising coastal. Gonna show you a few neighborhoods here in Encinitas, specifically Old Encinitas, the Highlands, Leucadia, so everywhere west of the 5. So when you think of Encinitas, you definitely think beach town. I think like 3 years ago, they ranked number 7 as the best surf towns in America. Highway 101's like the main drag. We're gonna cruise you through there, show you a few of the beaches and everything in between. Let's jump into it right now. Behind me is one of the most popular beaches here in Encinitas, Moonlight Beach. This is where a lot of people from all around come. It's iconic here in Encinitas. It's one of the main beaches. Access is pretty easy. There's a parking lot up top. There's a lot of street parking up here. And then the actual beach is just huge. So there's a ton of space to spread out. At nighttime, you could have like fire pits and stuff too. So it's a pretty cool little area to check out. There's a playground on the other side, volleyball courts, kind of got a lot going on here.
All right, we are walking through Old Encinitas, and we are west of the Coast Highway here. So this is kind of a mix of apartments, condos, townhomes, single family detached, a little bit on the older side.
So this area of Encinitas is going to be super close to the beach, but if you are living in this Old Encinitas town, there's really only access to the beach on the north at Moonlight and to the south at Swami's. Everywhere in between, it's just bluffs. D Street is one other access point.
There's also boats.
One thing about Old Encinitas, it's a pretty small area and there's not a ton of turnaround in there. So houses are on the pricier side when they do come up, but when they do come up, it's kind of few and far between. This is the south end of Old Encinitas. So we're right at the edge of where Cardiff starts, which is the next city to the south.
There are train tracks that run along the Coast Highway in this stretch of Encinitas. And so the beach accesses from the eastern parts of the train tracks are kind of few and far between. So they put one in here at Santa Fe to make it easier to get down here to Swami's.
cruising down in downtown Encinitas. This is where all the bars, restaurants, little shops, all that kind of stuff is. Super walkable if you're living in either of these neighborhoods. There's some old time shops. Potato Shack is a great local restaurant that's been around. We just found out since Cassidy's been around, 1983. Right in front of us, we're going to be cruising by a place called the Fish Shop. They have oyster night, so it's like $1.25 an oyster, some good beer, some killer fish tacos and ceviche. And then everything, I mean, there's pizza places, there's a ton of coffee shops. There's a little local chain called Better Buzz, which is super popular. They have something called the best drink ever.
There's a ton of beer spots. We just passed Encinitas Ale House, which has a ton of beers on tap. There's also Culture, which is a local craft brewery. There's Modern Times, which is a brewery down in San Diego.
So yeah, there's just a ton of places to eat and drink around here. So just come down and explore. Go to the beach for the day, cruise around here in the afternoon, and see what it's all about. Stand out front of the iconic La Paloma Theater, a staple here in downtown Encinitas. It's like this old school movie theater. It's super cool. They're playing Rocky Horror Picture Show and that kind of stuff. They have rotating movies throughout. They also do a lot of like surf and skate video premieres here, which is pretty cool. It goes with the local vibe here in Encinitas.
So we are walking through a really great neighborhood in pretty much all of North County. This is one of our favorites. This is Encinitas Highlands. It is an older neighborhood. You'll see a lot of smaller original homes built in the 50s and 60s, but then there's a ton of opportunity to go up, to remodel these smaller homes, and you'll see a bunch of them that have done that already.
A few things about this neighborhood. Parking on the street's going to be a little tough. They're pretty narrow, just even cruising through. We had to pull over for, one car to pass, but obviously if you're living here, you have your driveway and stuff, so you don't really have to worry about that. One street to the west of us is right on the freeway, so there's some opportunity to get in this neighborhood at a little bit less expensive price, but the trade-off is you're on the freeway. And then also living in this neighborhood, it's pretty walkable to downtown Encinitas and all the events and stuff they have. They have a few street fairs throughout the year. Last year they closed down the streets and had a bike fest. So like everybody cruised around. We brought our little guy out and just cruised downtown Encinitas on our bikes.
During the summer they also do classic car nights, which is a lot of fun. They have different themes of different vehicles and stuff that everybody sets up and you get to take a look at. And then the higher you are up on the hills, and then also the further west you are, a lot of the homes over here have really, really cool views.
Cruising through one of the best parks here in Coastal Encinitas. It's Encinitas Community Park, and this place is huge. It's got really good playground, a ton of open fields, run around. They have soccer games and stuff out here sometimes, picnic tables all over, just a lot of open space. There's a lot of pathways around, so if the kids have scooters or bikes or anything, you cruise around all those, which is fantastic. And then I think one of the biggest assets here, there's a huge skate park called Poods Park right here in the heart of Encinitas. And yeah, it's just a really, really cool spot. And if you are a dog owner, they also have a dog park here. So you can bring them out here, let them run around with some other pups and whatnot.
We are at the end of Neptune Avenue, which is one of the most high-end streets in North County. Ton of houses right on the bluff, some with stair access, your own stair access to the beach. If the beach is your draw, it's definitely a great spot.
In Leucadia, so right now we are, like Cassie said, at the end of Neptune, but in Leucadia there's actually only a few access points that do go down to the beach, so it's all lined by bluffs here. Scout those out, find those, get down there. There's not a ton of parking, so like if there's any surf or anything in the water, it might be a little tough, but killer beaches down here. It's gorgeous. You can see it right behind us. I mean, beautiful day here in North County. We're turning on to Coast Highway 101, and it's a good mix of bars, restaurants, shops, some dive bars if you're into that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of there's some new places popping up every now and again, some old classics. Panikin Coffee has been here for a long time, so some really good coffee shops. It used to actually be the original Encinitas train station back in the day. Fish 101, fish tacos, fish bowls, some fresh beer. All kinds of good stuff there. Some good spots to grab some Mexican. Juanitas is one of the local go-tos right here. And yeah, as far as this area as compared to downtown Encinitas, it's a little more spread out. I think as a whole, there's more options as far as places to go and check out.
Walking through the east portion of Leucadia, just west of the 5, and kind of on the hills. There's a bunch of really cool houses, single family, mostly, some duplexes. We're walking on Hymettus, one of the Greek streets here in Leucadia. The neighborhood's pretty much single family. There are some duplexes and townhome style places too, but mostly single family. Very custom feel.
So this area has a similar feel to Encinitas Highlands, but the lots over here tend to be a bit bigger. The houses tend to be a bit bigger. See one back right behind us there.
Encinitas is really well known for being a flower mecca. There's a lot of old growing grounds that are still around. Not all of them are in use anymore.
So if you want to park with a view, we are in Leucadia, and it's Orpheus Park. You can see killer ocean views right behind us. Nice big open hill, dogs could cruise around, and then a really good playground here as well. So if you got kids, head on down.
It's never really that crowded either. It's not very well known. Pretty private little park, so great spot.
One little thing that we do, or have done in the past, is cruise to Orpheus Park. You park on the street right here, and actually there's a trail that connects down to the school, and on Sundays they have a little farmer's market, Leucadia Farmer's Market. So come on down here, play for a little bit, head on the back path, and then go hit up the farmer's market, get a little coffee, some fresh food. So we're walking down in Leucadia, a few of the shops here. We just passed Coffee, real popular little coffee shop. I mean, the name says it all. And then there's beer places. We're just about ready to pass the Regal Seagull. Actually, that's where we're gonna end up. So we'll see you there very shortly. Right here is a great little restaurant as well. They have live music, really cool atmosphere there, some good foods. La Papagayo, they're opening another one actually in Carlsbad soon, but nice little spot to check out. All right, so we're finishing up Coastal Encinitas. We went through downtown Encinitas, old Encinitas, Encinitas Highlands, finished up in Leucadia, took you through Neptune, one of the highest end neighborhoods here in North County, San Diego. A strip going right along the beach. Showed you a few of the beaches here. There's some great beaches, and even if you're living in either of these cities, you can shoot south, go to the Cardiff beaches, shoot north, go to the Carlsbad beaches, no problem, super easy. For convenience-wise, there are a few stores in Lazy Acres over kind of right by the freeway. But if you want like all the big box stores, you want to go do a big shopping trip, you can just cruise to El Camino Real, which is right over the hill, not too far as well. We are at Regal Seagull right here in Leucadia, enjoying a nice brew. They got like 20 beers on tap. You can order some, they got some really good sausages and beers. There's a beef flying around the camera right now and a train coming, so time out. And so if you are thinking about making a move here to North County, Encinitas, Carlsbad, anywhere in the North County region, be sure to hit us up, call, text, email. We love helping people make the move, relocate here to North County, San Diego, and help them buy their perfect home.
Thanks for following along. This is where you come for all things North County. If this is your first time here, definitely subscribe down below right there. And thanks for following along. I'm Cassidy Lewis.
I'm Chris Erickson.
And we are both realtors here in North County, San Diego, and look forward to hearing from you.